Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're talking about something that's both super practical and deeply meaningful. We're looking at why preparing for storms isn't just about mere survival, it's actually the ultimate act of stewardship and empowerment for you and your family. I mean, we can't stop the storms from rolling in, right? But we do have complete control over how we prepare for them. And as you'll see, planning ahead doesn't just save lives, it literally reflects true wisdom. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the wisdom of preparedness, move into knowing your local risks and building your safety toolkit. After that, we'll cover compassion in the storm, do a quick knowledge check, and wrap up the whole shebang with education driven by morality.
All right, Section 1, the wisdom of preparedness.
You know, there's this ancient wisdom from Proverbs 22:3 that perfectly captures the essence of what we're talking about today. It says the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Basically, anticipating danger and taking deliberate action. That's just the smart, responsible thing to do. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being prudent. It's like looking at the horizon, seeing those dark clouds rolling in, and deciding, hey, I'm going to take control of my circumstances rather than just hoping for the best.
Because, let's face it, disasters strike with very little warning. Actually, life-threatening flash floods can happen in just minutes. Storms simply do not wait for us to get ready. But when you have a solid plan in place, at home and at school, you are far less likely to be injured or displaced when the chaos hits. You're replacing panic with protocol. Preparedness gives you that ultimate advantage of time and clarity when those seconds absolutely matter. Moving on to Section 2, knowing your local risks.
So, your family's disaster plan absolutely must be tailored to your specific geography. Think about it. If you live right by the ocean, your major coastal risks involve massive threats like hurricanes and storm surges. Those usually require rapid, large-scale evacuation. But if you live a few hundred miles inland, away from the beach, your risks are completely different. You're looking at localized flash flooding, strong winds, or maybe even tornadoes. You really can't use an inland playbook for a coastal storm. You have to know exactly what your specific local environment is capable of throwing at you.
That brings us to Section 3, building your safety toolkit.
Every great disaster plan is built on a simple, memorable foundation. You really need to sit down with your family today and lock in these 3 steps. Step 1, set a meeting spot. If the house becomes unsafe or cell towers go down, where is everyone meeting up? Step 2, gather emergency contacts, and I mean write them down on actual physical paper. Don't just save them in your phone. Step 3, pack your supplies. Everyone in your household needs to know exactly what to do and where to go without having to ask a million questions during an emergency.
And speaking of packing supplies, let's talk about the go bag. If you have to evacuate quickly, you absolutely do not have the time to go rummaging through your closets. You need to be able to grab a bag packed with 5 critical items at a moment's notice. You need water to stay hydrated, non-perishable snacks for energy, and hey, make sure they are snacks you actually want to eat, batteries to keep things running, a high-quality flashlight because power outages are practically guaranteed, and medical supplies or a first aid kit to handle any immediate injuries. Having this bag sitting ready by the door, it's a massive stress reliever.
Now, if your local officials tell you to leave, you really need to understand their language. A lot of coastal cities use evacuation zones. These are carefully planned, color-coded areas designed to indicate your specific flood risk and help manage a safe, organized departure. Knowing exactly which one of these color-coded zones your home falls into can literally save precious time when a major storm is approaching. Trust me, you don't want to be scrambling to look up your zone while the warning sirens are blaring.
And to know when those sirens are coming in the first place, you need good intel. You've got to rely on the professionals. Stay informed with real-time alerts from trusted agencies like the National Weather Service, FEMA, and the Weather Channel. Having these official agency apps pinging your phone is going to give you the crucial head start you need to put your carefully crafted family plan into motion. Technology is a total gift when it comes to early warning systems, so make sure you're using it.
Okay, let's move into Section 4, compassion in the storm. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. That's a really powerful verse from Philippians 2:4, and it reminds us that true preparedness is always paired with love. Jesus taught us to serve and protect others. Being prepared for a storm shows wisdom, absolutely, for sure. But being willing to help others during hard times, that shows profound compassion. Whether that means checking on an elderly neighbor who might be scared, or maybe donating some of those extra supplies you so wisely gathered, your preparedness should ultimately be a blessing to your wider community.
All right, Section 5, knowledge check, your turn.
Let's just pause for a second. Can you confidently answer these questions out loud?
Can you list the 5 go-bag items? Do you know exactly why a family plan is crucial? Who provides those official warnings? Have you been paying attention to how your school prepares with shelter-in-place drills? And most importantly, how can you help others? Being able to answer these off the top of your head means you have the tools and the mindset to be a true leader, not just a bystander during a crisis.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 6, Education Driven by Morality.
Think about this critical comparison for a moment. What is the actual point of being incredibly smart and supposedly educated if you just continue to make bad choices that end up hurting yourself and others? That is education without morality. But on the flip side, education with morality, intertwining your practical, everyday learning with a deep spiritual focus, that leads to wise stewardship. It leads to making choices that actually protect and serve. And, as Romans 8:67 promises, keeping your mind spiritual brings a lasting peace of mind. That peace of mind is exactly what you feel when you are prepared for a storm, not just physically, but spiritually.
So, I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Now that you are empowered, now that you're prepared with both practical knowledge and moral clarity, how are you going to use that strength to bless your community today? Don't just let this knowledge sit in a notebook gathering dust. Go pack that go bag, have that talk with your family, and figure out who in your neighborhood might need a helping hand. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Stay safe, stay wise, and go be an amazing steward of your community today.